the 60-minute interview she had, right off the back, y'all, this is totally different from probably any interview she's done yet. This is the most hardball interview that I've seen her do. Straight up. Hey, the questions that were asked here, I said, okay, yeah, he know what he's talking about. This is the type of interview she should have been doing. All the softball interviews that she be doing, like at the View, where she comfortable, she ain't got nobody coming at her. You know, those are cool. Or the interviews she doing where you can tell, like, yo, was she reading something or stuff like that? But she really got down with it and did a hardball interview with 60 minutes. So I gotta, shout out to Kamala for that. Shout out to Kamala for that. Let's go ahead and get right on into it, though. We gonna skip around a little bit to hit all the high points, but yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into this thing. When it comes to this whole situation, I wanted to hit on the last part that she said. I don't know why we have such a... What has America gained from Israel? It seems like Israel owns the U.S. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's how it feels like. We're obligated to do this for them. I don't know what's the obligation so much that it feels like literally they can do whatever they want to. Prime Minister Netanyahu, he does whatever he wants to, I feel. And it's like, well, Prime Minister Netanyahu is in the US. We have to listen to him. We have to get in his good graces. Like, I don't understand. I personally, have some feelings about it. Why I think that way? Because there's a lot of Jews who own a lot of money. So who does the money support? That's what you got to ask yourself. What does the money support? Who has the money and who do they support? That's what I feel like is the gist around that whole thing. Is everything that's happening over there good? No. Does Israel have the right to defend themselves? Yes. But to what extent is America going for this? That's my question. What extent are we expected to go for this? Because right now we've been sending a whole bunch of money over there. And if they would have asked me, Steve, what do you want to do? I would have said, well, don't tax me for the tax money that's going over there. Let me keep my money. This can go to my family. I know it's a lot of stuff going on over there, but my family need the money too. Like, it's a lot going on over there. And a lot of people in America, we don't even really want to be over there. A lot of people in America think what's going on over there is wrong. And I feel like it's wrong on both sides. Both sides are doing heinous acts. And two wrongs do not make a right. We need to put our foot down when it comes to Prime Minister Netanyahu and tell him, yo, we telling you not to go attack these people. Don't go attack these people. That's what that is. But like I said, I feel like the money supports what Prime Minister Netanyahu is doing. So he can do whatever he wants to do when it comes to that. That's how I feel about it. Ooh, y'all, that's why I said Bill wasn't playing no games. This is the most hardball interview she done had. I like how he even started like, yeah, we know all the facts say that the economy is doing good. All the facts, but let's live in reality. The American people don't feel that. Why? Because groceries are 25% higher. Energy bills are 25% higher. Well, they might not be 25, but y'all know let me stop. Energy bills are more expensive. Like I just said, my electricity bill through the roof. Just because we want to keep the house at a comfortable temperature to walk around at. so we don't burn up in the hot Georgia sun, in the hot Georgia heat. It's humid. Don't nobody want to be walking around hot and stinking. Heck, nah. We gonna have that air conditioner on, and we gonna pay that $200+ too for it, cause golly, them utilities done went up. Whew, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but yeah, we ain't felt it. So what's gonna go on through all the people that she gonna give money to, y'all, in her tax plan? She gonna give money to people with children. She gonna give money to first-time home buyers. She gonna give money to small businesses. How was she gonna pay for giving all that money? Well, she say I'm gonna tax the richest of us. The richest of us. I feel like that sounds like a tax for the middle class. Bar right there. That is a tax for the middle class. That's what's gonna happen. Our taxes are going to go up. Let's be real. That's how she's gonna pay for all that. Through taxes of the middle class. The middle class is the one that's gonna get scrunched. Gonna get scrunched tighter and tighter. That's what's gonna happen. You think you're gonna tax the wealthy people, the people who create all the jobs. Hence why it's going to knock middle class, the people who work for them, across the head on both sides. Low class, they already where they at. You know, they're good. They're gonna be fine right there. But the middle class gonna be getting knocked from both sides. We trying to give more money to the low class while the rich is passing down all their taxes to us. Everything that they got to pay more for, okay, well, y'all can pay more for. That's what's going to happen. That's 1,000% what's going to happen. Everything's going to be more expensive. And your raises not going to go up. Well, we got to pay more in taxes, y'all. If a company was honestly just be honest and start hitting folks with that, in hindsight, we'd all be looking like, golly, like, what can we say? Like, if I ask them, yo, could you afford that? And they look at me and they like, well, taxes don't went up for us. So we ain't gonna give you more money. We can't give you more money. Are we gonna pass it down to the customers? Nah, they paying more too. That sounds like a tax for the middle class. That's what it sounds like. But hey, that is the model of what Europe got going on, y'all. Europe has a lot of stuff that y'all look to, like universal health care and all that stuff. The middle class pay like 50%, 45, 50%. I don't think I want to pay that. I don't want to. No. Not Steve. Don't do that now. That's a little ooh. But the middle class gonna have to come together and be like, hey, for the better good, we gonna be the ones that sacrifice, because that's gonna be the people who gonna have to sacrifice. The middle class. Hey, Kamala, I do agree with you. I agree that people should be able to change their opinions on how they feel about things. That's where I would have went with it, a little bit more straightforward. Like, I have a right to change my opinion. Before, I felt like fracking was destroying the world, but now I see the importance of fracking for our economy. I used to think fracking was causing the global warming to happen. Now I see that even though there may be some consequences for our economy to continue to progress, we may have to do some fracking. Until we come up with a better solution, we may have to do some fracking. That's how I would go about doing things. Not just kind of, well, have everybody confused, like, where you stand? I stand where I stand. But I do agree with her that you can have a change of opinion. And the fact that she's changing, I would let people know why I changed my opinion on a lot of these topics, because it's leaving people confused. People are confused, like, okay, why? And if you answer the why, then there will be no problems. That's what she needs to do. That's what needs to happen. Just tell the whys to these things. And it clears a lot of it. If they talk trash, they talk trash. I told you so. Yeah, you told me so. Yeah, okay. Oh well. What happened? That's in the past. That's how I used to feel about it. Now this is where I stand on it. And people have the right to change because people change every single day. And if you stay the same, something's wrong with that. So I applaud her for even changing in the first place. I feel like she said, if it's a compromise that puts everything in a better place, it's a compromise for the good. As long as you don't taint your morals, like she said, that's what matters. When it comes to the immigration thing, the answer that she should have said was, yeah, we shouldn't have did what we did. We shouldn't have did what we did, but it was all part of the plan. We got them in here. That was our plan all along. We trying to get some cheaper labor in here. We trying to replace a voting class at the same time because they starting to. We can't control them as much. We need some people that we can give some things and they'll vote the way we need them to vote. But not only that, we gonna take the downfall, but the Republicans want them too, so they can have some cheap labor at the same time. So it's actually a win-win for everybody except for the poor people or the black community. And we just gonna keep staging it and entertaining them with all this stuff. And then okay, y'all, all right, we let enough in now. Let's slow it down. Let's go ahead and cut it right on down. We reached the quota. We've reached the quota. Let's go on and cut it on down. That's how I feel like the whole thing happened. It was like, all right, yeah, we gonna take the downfall for it. We gonna take the downfall, but we gonna get cheap labor for the Republicans because they want some cheap labor, and we gonna get a whole new voting class. Get these Afro Americans on out of here. Cause they ain't never getting no rest. They ain't no reparations. They ain't never getting them. That's all they ask for too. When we tell them that what we gonna do for them, we tell them we gonna give them reparations, and we just don't give it to them. That's what I be saying. That's how it go. We gonna give them some promises and not give it to them. We just need somebody else. They starting to come around where they tired of this. That's how I feel. That's how I feel that whole thing went. So I feel like it was part of the plan. Let's be real. What communities are most affected by this? Now, I will admit, Trump was a little wild for them comments he made. Them comments about the cats and the dog, very, very much distasteful, Trump. Like I said, very distasteful, sir. I didn't agree with that at all. Not at all. But hey. That's all I can say about that. But hey. We all know what Trump's gonna do. I don't want to give him an excuse like that's just who Trump is, because that's what America does with everything. Like we know a lot that's going on with everything, but we don't care, y'all. It's all entertainment. That's how we all be feeling. So a lot of them feel like a lot of stuff Trump say, they laugh at it, they do this, they do that. It's cool. It is what it is. He being Trump at the end of the day. I'm big enough to admit though, Trump, it was a little far. It was a little far saying what you said. That whole thing shouldn't even have started. Let's be real. It shouldn't even have started. And it really should have been going as long as it is. I'm tired of paying my taxes over towards it. Russia shouldn't be occupying folks like that, trying to threaten folks like that. That's wrong. But at the same time, America keeping this war going for this long when come on now. Come on. We all know Ukraine cannot withstand no Russia. I don't see it, at least. I don't see it. This is a poor excuse for America to go to war with Russia. Poor excuse for some folks to dislike Russia for that. It ain't it. That whole situation, not it. I feel sorry for the people in Ukraine. I definitely feel sorry for them. But having this prolong just because it's like we don't want Russia to win. That's definitely tough for the people that live there. She got a Glocky. Hey, hold on, Madam Press, Madam VP. I jumped a little bit, y'all. I jumped a little bit. Madam VP, okay, with the Glocky. You gotta wave our Glockies like this. Glocky. I see you. Y'all better stop playing with her before she pull that Glocky on you. Y'all try her. Try her at a rally. I bet she'll do something to you. They got that Glocky, girl. I support that. So with that, says she got the Glocky. Hold up now. She got the Glocky. The rest of this look like it's walls. You know, I don't care too much about that. Let me see if she says something important at the end of this.
You are sitting here with us. Mm-hmm. The Trump campaign canceled an interview that they had.
Okay, yeah. They're just talking about them canceling. I want to get they dropped the overtime clip that I want to get to as well. So let's go ahead and get to that.
Have met months ago during a more traditional election cycle. Was democracy best served by President Biden stepping down and basically handing you a nomination? You didn't have to go through a primary process. You didn't have to fight off other contenders. That's not really the way our system was intended to work.
Now this is before she go now this is the first time I done stopped before she done went. This had me up in roar. This is why I say this is one of the most hard conversations she done had. This is a tough interview for her because he coming with some facts. Like, people just totally ignored the fact that she just got placed here. Ain't nobody vote. Who voted? The delegates at the Democrat convention? Some bull is what I'm telling y'all. It makes it seem, I'm telling you, it don't make it seem like we don't vote for president anyway. Let's be real. The Electoral College does that. You don't even have to win if the Electoral College says they want it to be Kamala and everybody else was to vote Trump tomorrow, Kamala would win. It doesn't matter what the people say. Electoral College. So I guess the Democrats just pulled that. That's what they said. Y'all don't vote anyway. It don't matter. Y'all ain't voting anyway. We just let y'all feel like y'all are part of the whole situation, shebang bang. Really go to the delegates. The delegates can do whatever they want to. And that's exactly what the Democrats pulled. And I said, boy, it just shine a light on it. Like, did nobody see the whole situation go down? Nobody voted for her. And y'all act like y'all really did something to get her there. She was just placed there. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my God. Bill finally asked the questions that I want to know. She was literally just placed there in August. Just giving it. Here you go. Didn't have to go through anything. Nobody's seen any other candidates. It was just here. This is who you have. Now, if this was to happen on a normal election cycle, I'm going to say, well, y'all let them get away with it the first time. So let's be real. They get away with it once, they going to get away with it again. I'm like, I can't believe this. Everybody acting like it's okay. Was this really okay to y'all? That was not okay with me. I would have been cool if she was voted, if I casted a vote and she beat my vote and she won, she representing the party. Okay, I can support. But heck no, she just giving this. This is some bull. I can't believe this. Well, hey, y'all know what they say. It's not what you know, it's who you know. She knew the right people that day. She knew the right people that day.
President Biden made a decision that I think history is going to show is rare among leaders, which was to put country before self. And I am proud to have earned the support of the vast majority of delegates and to have been elected the Democratic nominee. I am proud to.
Y'all have to hear the words that she used, because she been telling on herself a lot lately through a lot of her interviews. She been telling y'all how stuff go down just by the slide. I'm glad that I won a majority vote. That's what y'all hear. Like, she, oh, okay, she won a majority vote of the delegates. Of the delegates, not the American people. I'm gonna tell my kids, nah, she ain't win by the American people. Well, at least with the party vote, she didn't win through the party vote, through the people. We don't know about the president one yet. The president one, she might win. She has a chance to win still through the people's vote, because the people actually get the vote this time. But yeah, y'all, she slid right on in there real smooth. Watch this interview where she tell you in plain sight how it went down in sly lettering. You just gotta read between the lines. I'm glad that I was elected by a majority of the delegates. Come on, y'all.
To have received the endorsement of leaders around this country from every background and walk of life to fight in this election over the next month for our democracy.
But I think this truncated process is why people think or say they don't really know who you are.
Look, I've been in this race for 70 days. It is without any question a short period of time, which is why I'm traveling around our country from one state to the next to the next. It is my responsibility to earn the vote, and I'm going to work to do that.
Hey, if you really want to know who she is, y'all go look at the interview with The View, where she said that she not gonna do nothing different from Biden, and that she participated in every decision, that every major decision that was made, she participated in. So if you want to get to know her, get to know the past 4 years of your life. That's what you got to get to know. You want to get to know her because she been in your closet. You might not have known, because you thought, oh, she just the VP. She ain't doing nothing. When in reality, like I said, Joe wasn't doing nothing. He really wasn't running nothing. It was a group of them that was together. They was running it while Joe got to eat ice cream out on the beach. So yeah, she had a hand in every major decision that was made. Get to know your last 4 years, and that'll let you know how you if you want to get to know her. I mean, you can look at some interviews and all that stuff too, but she been in your closet.
3/4 of the American voters, or likely voters, say that they are concerned about the possibility of election-related violence. And with 2 assassination attempts against former President Trump, the country seems near a boiling point. What can you do? What should you do to lower the temperature? Let's hit on some foreign policy. Which foreign country do you consider to be our greatest adversary?
I think there's an obvious one in mind. First of all, we must win the competition for the 21st century with China. We must be able to compete and win. We should not seek conflict, but we have to understand that includes supporting Taiwan's ability to defend itself.
I guess the rest of it, we gonna go. That's the only one that I wanted to get out there, because he finally asked the question that I wanted to know. How you pull this off? How was you able to get in there without any votes from the people? You got in there through the slide of your hand, through the people you knew. The leaders, not the people, not us middle-class folks. You got in there through the upper echelon of people. That's how that happened. Because I know me in the middle, I ain't had nothing to do with this. And that's my gripe. That's one of my biggest gripes. I got a lot of gripes with the Democratic Party. Promises unkept. And I ain't get the vote for this. Hey, y'all, like I said, though, this was probably, I feel like this was her most constructive. This was her most constructive interview yet. Bill asked us some questions. I think that did her good. I honestly think her having that type of interview did her good. It was a way better interview than the one that she did at The View. That was all soft hitting and they was all licking her up and down. You go, girl. You go. Yeah, yeah. All the softball interviews she be doing. This was the best interview she has had, just off the facts that Bill was asking her the hard questions. Y'all see how that worked? Like when she actually asked some questions that we want to hear, I enjoyed that interview 10 times better than a lot of her other interviews where she just say a lot of the same stuff. They ask a lot of the same questions, yada, 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 yada. He was like checking her on it. Like, I didn't ask that. And I feel like she did good in this situation. I feel like she did good too. That's the crazy part. I feel like that whole interview was an interview that I feel like I got something out of. That's how I feel. And that's what's been lacking with a lot of her other interviews. Like, for example, The View. Like I said, The View, they just lick her up and down. But yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how y'all feel about the interview. How did y'all feel about the 60-minute interview? Like I said, it was her best interview yet. The best interview anybody has conducted for her yet. Great job to the team that did that put that together. That was definitely informative. It was great. They had a section in there where they said Trump backed out. I really wish Trump would have done this as well, because that was a great look for Kamala, in my opinion. Kamala. I'm trying to say her name right, y'all. That's why I keep having to say it, because I pronounce it the other way, I think, just too easily, because it really ain't clicked. And I feel like it's wrong to be calling her by not her name, and I need to get the pronunciation right. But yeah, that was a great interview. Kudos for her for going through with it. I got to give off my spiel on how I feel about a lot of the situations that she had on there. We agreed, we didn't agree. That's just how it is. But yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Today was a great show. We had 2 interviews. Like I said, it was all about Kamala. All about her. 2 interviews, one with The View, one with 60 Minutes. The View, soft, lick you up and down. 60 Minutes, hard, tough, get through you. Okay. All right. Anyway, 2 polarizing, 2 totally different interviews. Both of them, I feel like we got something out of them. Not as much The View. The View was just, you know how they do. They wanted to just down Trump. For real. Because that Joy Lady, she filled with hate. But the 60 Minutes, it was very constructive. We got what we needed. Good to the point. Very constructive. Hey, y'all. Yeah, let me know how y'all feel on that. Next week, I will be live on Wednesday because I will be at home. So make sure that y'all are tapped in for that. I'll probably try going 6-7 Eastern Standard Time live. Again, like I said, I love the live experience, especially when people come in and they talk and they interact. That's the best. So y'all be on the lookout for live next week. Hopefully there's some good things that we can talk about and get through with that. That's pretty much it. I want to say, make sure on your way out the door that you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Peace, love, and riches. I'm out.